If I have another thing to say about life that doesn't really involve my life, then the life that I have is a life that I cherish. A life that I cherish is a life that I know is a good life and a God life that I don't wish to give up. Giving up my life is something that I don't wish to have an option to do. I don't wish the option to be that whether I choose not to live or die. Living is the only option for me, and living is the only option that I can see as a foreseeable future for me to do. Dying is something that people do. It's a thing that we share in common. It's a thing that happens to everybody eventually in time. But if we want to live a better life, then we live a better life by existing for life and not letting life be something that we exist simply to endure. If we endure life that way, we can be lives that simply don't have a good way of living and looking at life. Life is something that we need to cherish, and life is something that we need to hold on to, and need to also be something that we grip tightly, so that the grip that we have on life is something that we can show others how much we grip it. We can grip life hard, and we can grip life well, and we can grip life in a fun way too. Gripping life in a fun way is a fun way to have a life that is fun for others to see and partake and also enjoy. We can laugh with others, we can share with others, we can be with others in a way that shares life. It's such a joy to be around, because we're the ones who are a joy to be around too. And when we are a joy to be around, we can be the ones that attract people, and be the ones who embrace the people that we love more, even tighter. When we don't know how much sometimes people do or don't love us, we can also be the ones who choose to love others far more than what we imagine we ever could have loved someone, simply because we don't feel that we love someone maybe, but we do. We can love someone far beyond more than what we actually realize, and that's something that's really true. God says it's something that's extraordinarily true. We can do things in love. We can do things out of love. We can do things out of deep, deep love that we don't know how deep the love is. But when love is returned in such a way, it can explode into your face in a way that's unbelievable. That's what he says. So other people who you care about, other people that you cherish, and other people that you wish to be a part of their lives, are people that you can love in a way where you don't really reflect love, like in a love that's like buttery, sweet, syrupy love all over the place, right? Be it a friend, or be it a lover, or be it a potential lover, be it a potential wife, be it a potential mate, or whatever it might be, or just a good friend, or just a sibling, brother or sister. We can hate our siblings. We can act hateful towards them, but there's a deep love for siblings too that is born. It isn't within the blood, isn't true. It is within our blood. But when life is something that you can cherish, and life is something that you can love, it's like something you can share, and you can share it really well by being someone who cherishes your own life. Cherish your life, and cherish the love you have inside for your life, so others see the cherish that you have for your life, so the cherish that you give, the cherish that they also cherish when they are around you, and cherish the time that they are able to spend with you. Don't be afraid to cherish your life and cherish others' lives too. Their lives are important because their lives matter, because they matter to God. They matter to everyone else too that loves them. And when people are loved by many people, and some may be loved by less and maybe need more love, but many who are loved by many are ones that sometimes forget how much they are lovable, because they aren't always told how much they're loved. Sometimes people that are loved a tremendous amount by many people can be reminded how lovable they are by simply being someone who loves them and opens them up and helps them to see that the love they give is the love that can be returned by those they thought maybe didn't love them as much. And when you can do that, you can help people simply by doing those kinds of things. People who have lost family or friends, and they thought over time, or just over circumstances or disagreements, or just circumstances of difficult life that cause rifts between families. When the love is found, and the love is shared, and the love is shown by that person who may be a person that was ostracized to some degree, when they return that love and they show that love, and that love is consistent, and they reach for the family members of the people that they love again, the love is there, and the love exists, and the love can be something that surprises. It can be something. It can be something that seems like a miracle to them. So people who have family, people who have friends, people who have people that they love, that maybe they are distant from, or for whatever reason, you can be the people that get that back. And when I say that the people like that are people that maybe be like me, or maybe people that I know, and the many people that I know that have those experiences are people that have addiction in their life. They're the ones that can be distanced from people that they care about. They can be the ones who are distanced from people that really care about them. But when caring about them is something that can be a distance, that can be bridged simply by the person who maybe was the addict, who was just out of their freaking life mind, and lived a shitty life and lived a horrible life that nobody who loved them really wanted to see them go through. And they tried to help them, they tried to be there, and they tried to not give up on them. Addicts can go far in testing love, that's love that never goes away. But an addict who does the damage of that, losing that love, or losing that awareness of love, losing that awareness of is an addict who can return to the fold, return to those that love them, and be the one that finds love simply by the people that stuck with them and didn't give up on them. Those people are important people. The ones that are there. The ones that you hate, maybe. The ones that you grind to the ground, that just don't seem to go away, who always believe in you. They're the ones that can be the ones that you can look to and maybe take a better look at. And maybe they're the ones that you might be a little bit afraid of being so hurt by them. I was a dick to them. I really do care about them. It can happen, and it does happen, and it happens all the time. So if you're someone who's needs to return to the fold, then return to the fold by improving your connection with the people that you thought maybe you lost. Don't hurt them anymore if you're past that part of your life that caused division and caused a rift. Move forward, push forward, and get back into the fold because they're waiting for you and they want you back. No doubt. There's some maybe that don't. There might be tougher nuts to crack. But when one family member and a second family member, a second person that loves, hears the news, they're back, and they're back, and they're them. It can be contagious within that group of love that's shared of that greater whole of the family or friends. And it can be something that's celebrated. And your life is different once more, back to where it was maybe, or a greater appreciation of the love that you lost. And if I have another thing that I want to say about that is, I don't wish to be someone who degenerates into a life of less existence simply because I doubt myself all the time and I doubt God a lot too. I don't simply sit here and talk God, God, God because I believe 100%. God tells me that doubt is an important part of my faith, an important part of faith too. Blind faith is something he doesn't want me to have. And blind faith is something that people may think is the epitome of faith. A person who has faith that is unquestioned and unwavering is a person that has true faith. And true faith is not blind faith. Blind faith is false faith. It's a faith that can be right most of the time, but it's faith that will be wrong at the wrong time. Blind faith is a faith that can be something that can be the most damaging thing that we can have. Don't think the people who are at the tippy top of what you consider to be people that have the greatest faith and they show the greatest love of God and all of that as being the people that know it all. They may not. They may simply think that they do. And there's always a chance that that moment comes when they need to hear God's voice, when people will turn to God and say, what do I have right thing to do? And instead of God answering, because we have choice and we have free will, we end up choosing wrong because we listen to that inner voice of us, the devil inside, and we choose wrong. And it can hurt people because we choose wrong, because we had blind faith. But blind faith, too, is something that if you want love in your life, love is something that can lead to a blinding light of love that can be returned into your existence. So don't give up on love and don't give up on you and don't give up on the things about your life that you cherish, because when you cherish life and you cherish the true, you're going to be the one who cherishes all the people around you more so too. The more you cherish yourself, the more you cherish others. It's simply a simple formula that is a real thing. The more you like yourself, the more you like to share yourself, the more you like to be around people, the more you like to hang out with people because you like yourself. And that's true. So God bless, good luck, and cherish your life.